Last one.
I will tell you, there is not one workout I have ever done that burns like this.
It's like battle ropes with a post hole digger.
Today is the chicken run day. Yesterday we dug holes, and today we are putting up the natural wood posts that you see. It's a big pile right there.
That one's too fat.
And so some of the holes we're kind of having to widen out to accommodate the base of some of these logs, or natural wood posts. But as a general rule, all the work we did yesterday digging the holes, we're able to fill in today. Mind you, this is on a full stomach, right? What'd you have for lunch, baby?
Salad. Big plate of salad. This one will probably fit in here. Yep. Perfect.
As you can see, these are going in the holes. Straight down the line. That's 4 posts on front,
This one needs
and
to
then
be dug
3 additional posts on
wider.
each side. That one needs to be wider.
Yeah, this one needs to be wider.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll fit in this one.
Here's a rock we went and we drove around for about 25-30 minutes yesterday to find the perfect rock. We actually found one that was more perfect, but the problem with that rock was that I couldn't help Albert pick it up. It was so heavy.
Alright, that one needs to be wider. Let me check that corner one over there.
So just that one in the middle right there.
There's a straight one for the corner. This will probably do it.
So we're fixing to dig out the holes a little bit more to accommodate the different sizes of the post bottoms. Natural wood posts.
Yeah, this one needs to go wider and deeper.
Okay. All right.
So we got more holes.
So
more
we'll get
digging
back
to
at you.
do.
We got more digging to do. Hi, it's Nikki. And we're about 82.6% done with our chicken coop project. Which is pretty good because we got the chicks in there, yes?
Yeah.
We got all the poles in the ground, trenched around. And that's so we can put in the chicken wire in the lower half and then bury it so that predators cannot dig going in. Doesn't mean that one won't get in, but at night our chickens will be in there. So this is more for the daytime, for whenever the chickens are out gallivanting around and we're not here.
But we still got a little bit more work to do. We gotta put the gate up after we get the chicken wire up. Gate goes here, right across here, where this rock is. I found a nice flat rock to where I can just put a gate across there, and we're collecting stones, as you can see, to make a stone path all the way up to the chicken coop. But a little bit more work, just another update on the coop. Give you a shot of the chickens that are in here. We have 19 little boogers in here right now, and we got all different ages from
3 weeks to probably 5 weeks.
yeah, 3 weeks to 5 weeks, but these are the latest little red guys here. They're kind of in their own little group. They're still scared of the older ones, but they're adapting, and they're staying in here at night. And we've got 5 more little tiny black ones.
Barred rocks.
Barred rocks. Yeah, those guys.
They're little bitty. They're about 2 days old.
Yeah, they're tiny. But up here, apparently there's a shortage on chicks, so you can only get 5 at a time per person. So
you have to wait in line 3 hours.
Yeah, you literally have to wait for chicks because people are hoarding chicks because they know that they're going to be food producers here in the near future when the food shortages start to arrive. So this is all part of the prepping process for us and building that self-sustainability to where food is on the land and no longer at the mercy of a store or distributor or a food producer. So that's what we're going for here. And you know, chickens over here is where across the street close to the water tanks is where the greenhouse is going to go. We've already got building materials and set out the blocks for where they're going to go, where the greenhouse is going to sit.
40 foot by 18 foot wide. So it's going to be a substantial greenhouse.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge greenhouse, and we will have excess food, but this is the area that it's going to be in, and lot of work ahead on that. That's more for, you know, we'll get started on it, but the greenhouse, we've got a little bit of a growing season right now to where we can get stuff in pots and in the ground, but for the long haul, winter time, fall going into winter, the greenhouse is going to absolutely be necessary for the other part of sustainability. But quick update, and we'll continue to keep the updates coming as we progress, but every day is another step in the right direction towards being able to sustain ourselves or build skills or become our own assets. You know, I think that's the most important thing, is being out here, is becoming an asset to yourself and to build a community. Basically, you know, you can't do all this alone. You can't do all these, you can't learn everything so on your own, especially in a new environment or a new landscape or geography. I mean, there's so many things about living in the mountains that I don't know or I don't have a clue about. But I'm glad that the people who are helping us out know this land, know these mountains, know the conditions, know the weather, know the plants, know the vegetation, and how to build, why to build certain ways, as we wouldn't build one way in the south in Texas on the flatland, where here you have to treat things completely different because of weather conditions and ground conditions. But you know, it's all just an experience. It's something that we're coming into new. We're coming in green, and very green. So it's what we're doing. It's what, I mean, we've worked all day, and it doesn't even seem like we've worked because, you know, we're in nature and we're enjoying the beauty of the weather. I mean, it took me roughly 3 hours to dig the trenches around a chicken coop, and I may have sweat a little bit, where in Texas, where I'm from, the south, the humidity would have made this unbearable this time of day with the sun bearing down on us, but the low humidity and, you know, just the moderate temperature makes up for the lack of oxygen that we are still adjusting to up here in the mountains. But it's it's everything's a process here. There's nothing just guaranteed that you're going to wake up in the morning, it's going to be there, and it's going to be done. I think the only thing you can probably assume on is there's something that's going to need to be fixed or something that's going to be need to be redone. But with minimal resources, you just get to figure it out, and that's what we're doing. So we'll keep y'all updated with the progress of the chicken coop and the greenhouse and other projects that we got going on here. So we'll talk to y'all later. Kaya is so exhausted from digging all day long. She dug that big old trench.
All by herself.
All by herself with her paws.
She is out for hire.
And she is tired. I don't know how one dog could have dug that entire trench all by herself. You got anything to say, Kaya?
Kaya's a good girl.
Anything to say?
Kaya?
No? Her eyes.
She's like F you and the effing horse you rode in on.
Actually, she's been laying in our dirt piles all day long because they're nice and cool, and if she wasn't digging them up, she was putting the dirt back into the holes after we dug, so she's just relaxing. So baby, what do you think about this sustainability stuff that we're doing out here and the amount of work involved in it?
You know, I've worked in many places in my life, right? Office jobs, coach, all kinds, hospital, direct patient care. And I have to say the amount of work out here, it is probably the most labor I have ever done in my life in just 5 short weeks. But the reward of doing it and the feeling of doing it is so unbelievably rewarding would be the word, but it's even greater than that. It's like winning first place in everything you've ever done, and you just feel great. It's like, wow, I work hard and I did this. My muscles burn, but they burn differently. I mean, I'm still doing my workouts 4 days a week, but when I do this, my muscles they're lit up, they're activated. Grabbing wood, having my hands in the dirt, picking up the worms from the dirt and running them to the chickens, hauling water, going down to the yurt and watering all the flowers and doing those types of things. Preparing for the garden. As he was working today, I was hauling the cinder blocks over there and trying to map out the perimeter. And farmer's carries for those cinder blocks, 2 at a time, farmer's carry, set them down. And so it's work. It's physical labor. I don't ever get heavy breathed, I guess, and when I do, it's more for fun. I feel excited about it. It's beautiful skies, beautiful weather. I mean, the past week has been so beautiful, so warm. I've been in shorts so I can get my white legs out and get a little sun on them. The view, the birds, the sounds, everything. So it's kind of like working in the ideal office setting with the ideal pay and the ideal rewards, but outside. The fact that I know that I'm going to be able to walk out here and have my own eggs soon, the fact that I know that my seeds are sprouting and I've got babies coming up all over, there's just babies everywhere. Our world is full of babies right now. The fact that I'm going to have a greenhouse over here where we're going to be growing, harvesting, taking care of, taking maybe the stuff down and selling it if we have too much, we have an abundance, or canning and freezing and doing things with that food. That we've just got tons of seed, endive, broccoli, cauliflower, escarole, radicchio, Brussels sprouts, turnips, they've all sprouted. They're all, my potatoes, they're all starting to break soil. And so I've got life. And so life is sustainability. Sustainability is life. If I can't take care of myself, who can take care of me? Albert's not always going to be here for me, so I have to be able to take care of myself, but we back each other up. You know, men are typically more in that role, but out here, sustainability is taking care of your health, taking care of your tummy, taking care. I cut myself a while ago, and I had to wash it off, and I made a little wash from one of the herbs we told you about earlier in one of our videos, estafillate. This morning I got to be part of going and collecting comfrey. So I got to see how to harvest comfrey from the wild. So that's sustainability, and that's for a sprained ankle. All those things contribute to our longevity, and so that's really what sustainability is like out here. And the work that goes into it, yes, it's physical, but it's so incredibly rewarding. There's no 5-year tenure, 10-year tenure. There's no certificate. There's no gold pin. There's no coin. There's no anything that even comes close to what it feels like to do something like this without a blueprint, without workers that you pay, and basically most of it from the land, as you can see. So there's nothing like it. Sustainability is life. Life is sustainability, and I think that's where we are.